Good evening to all of you tonight. It is truly a great honor to be able to participate in this very important evening together with such a group of august individuals who represent the cross-section of society who care for other human beings. Dror means freedom, emancipation, a concept of an individual having the ability and capacity to choose freely. Historically, societies have given up lives selflessly, have struggled, and faced enormous challenges to eventually evolve to an environment and a system that represents the ability for a human being to be free. What does freedom mean? Freedom, of course, does not in any way circumvent or cause someone not to have a sense of constraint or discipline. The ability to say no is as powerful as the necessity to say yes. Severity and constraints, together with an aspect of discipline, is as important as giving and love and openness. For a person who, for whatever reason, has to be limited, whether it's retribution, incapacitation, punishment, protection of society, or otherwise, does not mean that that person should lose his or her capacity and ability to remain a human being. A fundamental of humanity is to be free, which means to be able to make decisions on how one's life should be conducted and what one's objectives should be within the framework of meaning and purpose. The most important aspect of existence, meaning and purpose. In our society, where we face so many obstacles and challenges, a society that has been inundated with materialistic quests, where unfortunately young people hurt and even mortally wound others just for a pair of sneakers or just for the fun of it. We need to recognize and realize that change is incumbent upon us and necessary. In every aspect of life, there are two different approaches. For example, when one is physically ill, sick, and needs attention, and needs hospitalization, and needs a healing process, it can become very expensive and at the same time questionable on whether it will succeed or not. That we refer to as remedial attention. More significant and less expensive, and definitely infinitely greater efficiency is attained when we have preventative elements, when we're able to imbue in those that have the potential of becoming ill the necessity to create environments and spaces where one does not have those debilitations, and therefore we can achieve a higher level society. It is within the confines of prisons and those types of limited environments where generally people are stored, and we perceive it basically as a human storage system where we are responsible for their physical well-being, to feed them, to clothe them, to give them a roof over their heads and a bed to sleep on, and security. What is missing in that extraordinary, very, very limited, and very challenging space is the concept of rehabilitation, internal freedom, not necessarily when our bodies are imprisoned does it mean that our minds, hearts, and souls should as well be imprisoned. Organizations such as Dror that are based on a sense of human kindness and dignity are critical in addressing those aspects and those needs. I know, as founder and chairman of the Aleph Institute, that has been working in this environment for now more than 30 years, we have seen enormous success. We have not only witnessed individuals who have moved from total helplessness and hopelessness and a sense of indignant degeneration have become very productive citizens of society. Together with that, they have also brought their families with them, their wives, their spouses, their children, their siblings, and so many others. It is in the spirit of this concept that this organization has the proper leadership. Rabbi Stein, whom I've known for many years, who is dedicated to helping individuals, especially those who unfortunately cannot help themselves unless someone gives them a helping hand, has taken upon himself, together with the organization, to move forward in this process. We welcome their participation, and we recognize that it is only through recognizing that each one of us, in the words of the venerable former chief of the Eastern District Federal Court, the Honorable Jack Weinstein, who stated that Aleph has given us the notion not to view each person as an integer, as another number in a system, but as a human being composed of feelings and thoughts and relationships, that this organization as well is moving in that direction. We applaud you for your support, for your participation, and for helping those who need it most. And as our rabbis tell us, when you want to raise a building that's 100 floors high, when you want to raise a society that has many different levels, you don't grab the building from the top floor and try to pull it upward, because that way you might rip the top floor from the rest of the building. But you place a lever under the bottom of the building, and as the bottom lifts, so does the top lift. When we are able to lift the seemingly lowest elements of society, we also lift our entire society, our entire world, and we eventually merit how quickly we are looking for it, a time when the world will be filled with only goodness and kindness, godliness and holiness, when there will be no empty jealousies, no empty competitiveness, no wars, no anger, and everyone will live together with kindness and goodness, when we will merit the immediate advent of Mashiach, the anointed king that we are waiting for, coming from the house of David, and of course, the entire world reaching its intended level with the blessings and help of Almighty God. God bless you all. Thank you for being here, and we hope and pray that together we will be able to achieve what we need. Have a wonderful evening.